Yeah?
Charlie?
Yeah, you can come in.
I go in.
Hey there, Chris.
What's up, dude?
I was just thinking about an old friend.
Oh, yeah?
Made that last wish.
Last wish?
Yeah, you know the whole, like, truth or dare thing?
With the crazy wizard guy?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
My dare was to make a wish.
Okay. And you made a wish?
Mm-hmm. And it should help us, hopefully.
Okay. And Chris is like pretty confused. So lamp is gone?
No more lamp?
Does the carpet still work?
Charlie does chuckle at that. He's like, yeah, no, that's not going anywhere.
Okay. What did you wish for? If Chris sees him struggle to find the words, he goes, you know what? Never mind. You don't have to tell me. I trust you.
Shouldn't you be sleeping? You look kind of rough still.
Yeah, you're one to talk. I guess if we're staying in the same room, I lay down on my bed and I like, you know, kind of lay on my back and like look up and just kind of like not ending this conversation, but like, here you go. I'm sleeping.
You good though from whatever happened?
I'm fine. Yeah. I'm pretty tired, but I just chatted with Vane and I just want to say I appreciate you guys coming to find me. And if I can repay that in any way, you just let me know when I'm there. All right?
Chris, there's no repayment in being friends.
You're right. Which means you can ask for anything from me and you don't have to repay me either. So anytime you need something, I'm here, okay?
Thank you, Chris.
I got you, bro.
And just from the conversation with the genie, Charlie kind of ponders over that a little bit.
I think that's really charming.
Yeah.
I think the exhaustion sets in, Chris, as you put your body down on a bed, and it's like being in the middle of a long shift and sitting down. You know, that level of mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit that bed and you
Sure.
quickly feel yourself fading away. But Blink, I like the visual of you letting out a soft smile at the idea of maybe that wish is already working. B.O.B., Vane, Keela, do we have any last minute stuff we want to do before we long rest? I don't want details about you.
I
Smash.
wasn't gonna do that.
Roll a d20.
Oh yeah, roll a performance check?
Yeah.
With advantage because I'm a pro.
Okay.
Whoa. You could just say that?
Has expertise.
She's always said that her body count's high and she's a freak. That's a consistent thing about her character, I'll tell you that.
Endurance too, because backdoor only.
Yeah. Constitution check.
17.
Job.
Pretty good.
17 out of 20 is pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Will that make the edit? Who knows?
But if John Hamm did though.
Yeah. Oh. Any inspiration?
Just to kind of put a place for POV. I guess he would go up and down the anti-gravity stairs a number of times until he realizes he's just by himself doing this over and over and over.
And probably has been for 20 minutes.
Yeah, and then it's just kind of like,
Oh, guess I'll go. I'll go too.
and then he kind of like it looks at his work and looks around, and he's the only one having fun. He's like the last person at a party. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
honestly, yeah, he would kind of want to just say like good night to everybody.
Okay.
So yeah, he's just like kind of like
Good night.
onto the door that is not his.
Okay.
Waits for anybody to say a good night back.
So you knock on Charlie and Chris's door.
Yeah.
Chris, I'll say your level of exhaustion puts you asleep.
Really?
Yep.
All right.
Blink, you hear a knock on your door.
He'll get up and he'll open the door.
B.O.B.'s waiting at the door.
Hey, buddy.
Hi. I was just saying good night.
Blake's like, man, I fucking crushed you with this wish.
Good night, VOV.
Okay.
We love you.
Yeah.
Does he have hair?
Yeah, he's got it.
Okay,
Yeah, he's
I
got
would tousle his
He's
hair
got
a
like
little
dark
bit.
green, curly-ish, wavy-ish hair.
Tell Chris I said good night.
He's sleeping right now, but I'll tell him that you stopped by.
Is Keela in there? No, Keela has her own room.
Yeah, I'm just guessing Keela went to bed.
I'll go say goodnight to Tequila.
You knock on her door. There's no answer.
Tequila, good night. Tequila.
And just like no answer.
No answer.
Okay. I just want to say I thought you did a very good job today. You were really well, I don't really know what happened, but I thought you did a good job. So, good job. Okay. Good night, Keela.
Kind of waits there, just like waiting to see if like she eventually does open the door.
Nope. Never happens.
Okay.
And then it's gonna go. Yeah. And then it's gonna go into the room. Vane. I'm assuming he would just open the door to his own room.
Hi, Vane.
Vane is hanging from the ceiling.
That sounds fun. Seems fun. Looks fun.
His eyes like snap open as you walk in. Oh, hi, B.O.B.
Hi. I'm going to bed. I am tired.
Oh, I am already in bed. Well, yeah, this is my bed, kind of.
Oh yeah. Is that fun?
Yeah, you want to try?
Yeah.
B.O.B.'s gonna try to crawl up and cling on with his little grippy toes onto the
You're able
ceiling.
to do so,
Yeah.
but
Grippy
this has no
toes.
mechanical implication, and eventually the blood starts rushing to your head, and it starts getting very uncomfortable.
I don't like this.
You just fall.
Yeah.
Thunk, lands asleep.
Oh. Today was a good day.
I weirdly agree.
I think.
You were crying earlier today.
This was the party day.
Oh, this was a bad day. But you know what?
Rewind.
It was okay. No, this is a good day.
I'm glad you can like change your state of mind so easily. I wish I could do the same.
What do you mean?
Oh, like the way you perceive the world, the way you see things. It seems like you can jump in and out of different ones just like that.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's kind of nice.
Well, I'm here now,
Yeah.
and I think all my friends are here, and I guess that means it's good. It means it was a good day,
I guess it does.
even if things earlier were bad. It's good now, so it's a good day.
Bane's desperately trying to think of a reason why it wasn't a good day because he just doesn't feel good. But he can't think of one right now, and so he's like, you know what? It was a good day.
Yeah. Okay. Good night.
Yeah, good night.
I think Keela is staring at the ceiling and not necessarily directed at him, maybe at herself, just sort of talking out loud. I think she looks at the ceiling and is like, I saved his life, and I don't know if they understand that I did what I had to do to save his life.
You all get a long rest?
Morning
Nice.
after.
Yeah.
Keela's in a
You-
great mood
You,
the next
you slept
day.
in the bed? I would have suspected Keela to be like a sneak out of the bed
Yeah.
afterwards.
I
but-
think Keela in this moment is, and this is, I don't know, a glimpse internally.
Mm-hmm.
Garrus is the one person that she's met since she's been here who enjoys getting under her skin because he thinks it's fun and funny, and he like thinks that she's like interesting and fun to be around. And when she's nasty, he thinks it's cool.
Yeah.
And he's the first person where she's sort of like been sideways to him pretty much the whole time, and is still like, yeah, like I'll spend time with you. I want to spend time with you. So I think that she is out of a crew, has a really hard time getting along with this group, saved this mofo's life, and he's pissed about it. Or is misreading it. I don't know. He's got feelings, it seems. And I think this is the first person that just wants to spend time with her, knowing how shitty she is. And I think that that really, really means a lot to her. So I don't think that she's willing to walk away from that.
You all wake up the next day and you all share a very similar feeling. And that feeling is the past 3 or 4 days, you've kind of known what you were going to get up and go do, or you've been in the middle of something that's been pushing you somewhere. And right now, terms are sort of in your hands. And you can either go visit Gruzak or not go visit Gruzak, but that's all you've got left on this. And so it's very uncertain on what the next move is, what you're going to do. But you're well rested, you're recuperated, and maybe you can actually take on the next thing.
Is Garrus still there when I get up?
Yeah. He wakes up, and as soon as you gain consciousness, he smiles and he goes, "You snore."
You know, you're actually not the first person who's told me that. So
I believe it because you snore.
Yeah, that's. I don't even want to talk about what you do.
Yeah. And he nods and says, "I want to go get some breakfast upstairs. I can't cook for shit."
Yeah, me either.
And he'll lead you upstairs, and you guys are able to come downstairs or
Basically,
talk in your rooms, but you would wake up in pairs, right? And then you can choose to regroup as you feel.
I mean, personally, I'd like us to kind of regroup in the hallway.
Great.
The four of us.
Yeah.
Cartoon moment. You open the doors and you're all face to face.
Two of three doors open.
Yep.
And four people walk out and we look
Tina's
around.
door is in the background at the end of the hall and it never opens.
I go knock on the door.
No response.
I open the door.
It's locked.
I think Keela's sleeping. You know how Keela doesn't like to be woken up.
I do know that. You're right. My bad.
Yeah.
You guys hungry?
I like to eat stuff.
Starving.
You said it. Head downstairs. Yeah.
There's no stairs.
Head down the gravity field.
As we're slowly descending from there, I say,
Should this go faster?
I thought you said Keela was with Garrus. Yeah, isn't that where Keela is?
He's where?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you say that to me and Charlie overhears it, I look at Vane and I look at Charlie and I give him a
Shrug.
Oh,
dunno. Whoops.
Wholehearted shrug from Chris.
Wholehearted shrug, like half-hearted shrug, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because I know where she went.
Gotcha.
And if she didn't
Oh,
open
I thought
the
it
door,
was like, I don't know why she's like this kind of, I don't know why she's making these choices.
If it's like, because they don't know where she went,
yeah.
but I do.
Right.
And I just give up, I don't know.
Gotcha.
so she's not here.
I'm 99% sure she's not in the building right now.
That's a lie, right?
Oh,
That is a lie.
You can roll a deception check and anyone.
Are you kidding me?
You're lying.
Deception. You're deceiving people, right?
Unless you're really trying for it not to be like
No,
a believable lie.
No, that's legitimately what Chris believes.
Why would Keela be gone?
Because I saw her go somewhere else in the middle of the night.
No, into the under
Technically, the
stables.
fight pits is.
So it's in
I don't
the
know. It
building.
depends on if you consider that a part of the building.
I do not consider that part of the building. I do not.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I get this now.
And this
If-
is funny.
If she's like because I saw her go through the secret
Yeah.
like
Yep.
bookshelf door, right?
Yep.
And I'm understanding building to mean like this hotel.
Okay, I see. Yeah, great.
And not the fight
Great.
pits.
100%.
Where?
And I say I'm 99% sure she's not in the building right now. And I look at them and I say, and I really wish she was with us right now.
me too.
Where'd she go? Do you think they went back to the place
What place?
where we saw you guys?
No. I'm pretty sure she didn't go back there.
What would she be doing with him?
I love this conversation, but we are going down the lift. So in like 4 seconds, we're about to see Keela.
I say something like, I don't know if she spent the night here or somewhere else. I know you spent the night here because we slept in the same room. And I know you guys spent the night there because I saw you guys, like I saw you in the room. And I know you were tired, so you went to bed.
I tried to sleep upside down. It didn't work.
Yeah, it's tricky.
I feel like Chris is setting up for something.
I
A
don't
lot
know
of like
where-
preemptive gaslighting going on.
I don't know where Keela is / has been. And that's all I'm going to say. Because that's
And
true.
then you get to the bottom of the grab
Because
lift,
that's true.
and you round the bend because there's a slight corner now that the stairs are gone, and you see Keela and Garrus sitting at a table. And
I imagine having a pretty good time. I think she's laughing. I think her
Yeah.
hair's up in a ponytail.
No,
I think
yeah.
she's just
Sure.
I imagine when,
actually
like,
in a good mood. I don't know if you guys have seen her smile and laugh. But I imagine she kind of looks a little like a different person right now.
Yeah. So seeing Keela across the bar, B.O.B. would just start waving and go,
Hi, Keela.
And then I bit his ear so hard that he's still like got a wee bit of a scar going on. Hi, B.O.B. Got kind of a scar situation going on now. We're cool though. It's fine.
Garrus's back is to you as you come down, and he turns and looks at you and gives you a half-hearted wave, and he says, just gonna get awkward? Should I skedaddle?
I would really rather you not.
He seems disappointed with that answer, and he goes, right.
Unless you really want to, in which case
He smiles and begins to stand up,
I don't blame you.
and he says, cheers, and he salutes and he walks away.
oh.
Keela's whole demeanor just like changes shades. If she had an aura, it goes like 10 shades darker, and she really goes back to focusing on her breakfast.
We all pull up seats at the table.
Yeah,
No.
There's enough seats already. There was just a mostly empty table.
B.O.B. would come over just nonchalantly
Yeah.
and wave to Garrus.
Oh, bye. He seems nice.
He is.
On Garrus's way out, I say, "Did you sleep good?"
Like a baby.
Good.
I love him. I also slept like a baby.
Good for you.
Nice. Oh yeah, Keela. I went to go say goodnight to you last night, and I don't think you were in your room.
And I went to say good morning, but I guess you got up pretty early. And if B.O.B. went to bed pretty late, and I got up pretty early,
Then I didn't get much sleep, did I?
guess not. Guess not.
Are you tired?
No, actually, I feel pretty good.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Everybody else feeling better? Chris, you look like you have less shot holes in you.
You got shot. That's right.
I did.
Are you okay?
I'm good. Thanks for asking, B.O.B.
Okay.
I'm good.
Who shot you?
Well, I can't quite remember, but I know it was by Keela's gun.
Oh,
I was really having quite a swell morning. Did you sit down just to...
Do we ruin your morning?
Never mind. You know what? It's not worth arguing about.
I give her a thumbs up.
You've got feelings about what happened, whether or not they're true. Your prerogative.
I give a sideways look to Charlie and to Vane.
I don't think I know about that.
Keela, do you think hanging out with people that try to kill us is smart for the group?
When did he try and kill you?
Well, just look at Vane over there. And he sent me to another world, Keela.
Oh, we were
Oh,
working
but
together
you
with
were-
Garrus for a second. Were you working with him?
Me?
But why by yourself?
oh yeah.
Where'd you guys go last night?
I think Keela cannot help but like, oh, this baby boy is not reading the room on what happened. And that's funny to her. Downstairs.
The fight pits?
Wrestled a wee bit. Blew off some steam.
That sounds fun.
So now you're
It was great
training
fun.
with our enemies.
What are we talking about here?
Charlie, can you like take a wee bit of a breath? If you really must know. Well, I don't know. I bet Chris knows. He followed us quite a ways. Got any context clues you want to put together for our friend here?
I'll be honest with you guys. I watched Keela go down into the fight pits, and I went down there to see if they would be fighting or wrestling like she says they would be. But the fight pits were extremely quiet that night, and I felt like I shouldn't be there, so I left. But Keela stayed down there, even though there were no fights going on. And that's all I know.
Everyone's talking really weird. I don't know why.
Here, I'll clear it up for you,
Thanks,
B.O.B.
Keela.
And for you, Charlie, and apparently for you as well, Chris, because I guess you just aren't quite as clever as maybe I thought you were. I went with Garrus, and we went to Garrus's room, and then I got in Garrus's bed. And do you want to maybe fill in the blanks from there, or do you need me to spell it out for you further?
Spelling won't help for me.
You might need to do actions. B.O.B. is really a visual learner, so I think actions
B.O.B.
would-
I think is a child, so I will not be doing that. I do have some morals.
Do you?
Yeah.
I give a sideways look to Charlie.
Yeah, Garrus is both consenting and an adult.
I have other questions that are unrelated to where Keela slept, because I don't really care about that.
Okay, sure.
Go on.
We were
Go
on
on.
our way to rescue you guys, but then you didn't need rescuing. How?
Climbed out a skylight, climbed down a fire escape, went around the building.
Oh, that sounds easy enough.
There were some complications, but that's neither here nor there. And frankly, I don't really feel the need to revisit it.
How did Chris get shot by your gun?
That was my next question.
Rabbit mask girl pulled me gun and shot Chris with it.
At that point, B.O.B. will look to Keela and then look to Chris. Keela says one thing and then
B.O.B., Vane, Charlie. Last night was very complicated, and last night was kind of a mess. And I will assume any fault there is for what happened and the decisions I made.
Weren't yours.
But if you want to know the story of what happened, I will tell you privately.
I don't like this. I don't like what's happening. I don't understand what is happening.
Me neither.
Keela said one thing, but you won't say something. That's not how people are supposed to talk.
I'm also not understanding. I don't know what your perception of last night was, Chris, but I'm kind of starting to feel like it might not be the reality.
Did Keela shoot you or not?
No.
Well, sorry, I didn't mean it like...
I was
didn't,
kind of in a daze at that point, so I really don't know.
I'm telling you, I didn't shoot you.
And if she didn't, that's fine. But there's a lot of other shit that went down.
I'm sorry, are you upset with me for something?
No, I'm good.
Insight check. My insight's not that good.
Do I have to roll against that?
Depends on-
want to.
Are you lying?
50%. Deception or deception, I guess, right? Yeah, sure.
15.
I'm burning a point of inspiration.
Oh.
wow.
My last one. I got worse. 14.
And she just sort of gives you like this bewildered look. Like she genuinely doesn't understand what you're mad about. She can understand like a part of it, but finds it odd that you, I don't know. She has a different vision of the way the situation was than I think. And she thinks you share that vision, and it's very clear that it's not the case.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I guess this conversation is going to play out between Chris and Keela in front of these three, in front of the other party.
And that's fine.
And I guess you guys can do what you want with that. There was a lot that happened last night that I only remember flashes of. You guys remember the mask we bought, right, B.O.B.?
Yeah, I didn't want that mask. It wasn't all that interesting.
It wasn't very interesting to me the first few times I put it on, but Keela and I were in trouble last night, and you guys came around the corner towards the end of that. Well, when we were in trouble, I put the mask on, and I don't remember much of what happened
You killed a guy.
between...
Oh,
And I don't say this.
You guys can believe her, or you can't. You can choose to believe her, or
I
you
don't
have
say
to.
this to blame you. I don't think you're a bad person. I think that mask did something to you that you didn't know was going to happen, and there is nothing you could have done about it. Or at least it seems like there is. I don't know, but I watched you hit a guy so hard, he got punched down through a metal grate, a floor up, and hit the concrete and die. And then I watched you almost beat another man to death. And I understand that they grabbed us, but you know what? They grabbed me because you had that mask. That's all that they wanted. And they were very clear about that from the beginning. And I am not pointing fingers, but when I walked away from that situation, you had killed a person. You almost killed a second one. People are afraid for their lives. And I find you in an alley looking like shit and kind of having a wee bit of a meltdown from my perspective. And all I did was try to help you. All I did, by the way, and maybe this came to you in flashes, but I saved your fucking life. And you're mad at me because I did what I had to do to save your fucking life. I'll just leave you next time. If this is how that's going to play out for me. I did the right thing. There were like 50 selfish things I could have done. I could have fucked off. I could have left you to kill a bunch of people and gone picking through the rooms and taken what I wanted. I could have walked away when Hiname showed up and let her fucking kill you in the street. And I didn't. And where has it landed me? Everybody's still mad at me. And I made all the right choices. So I really don't know what else you guys want from me. I don't know what to do.
When we got there, you were standing between Hiname and Chris.
That's correct. Why do you think I'm standing between them?
And I think it's pretty hard to shoot backwards.
Because I didn't shoot him.
I know. That's why I'm trying to.
And I don't know why,
Chris,
you're choosing to lead them to believe or give them the misinformation that I may have done that.
I believe you.
I don't know. I know that you're mad that I gave her the mask, but that's what landed us in the problem in the first place. All I was doing is fixing the problem and getting you out of there alive.
All I know is that, Keela, we've seen you lie out of your ass all the time to get yourself out of trouble. And then we wake up this morning and you're with him.
You guys are with him when you showed up.
To save you.
Not me. Be honest about that one.
I mean,
Don't
didn't even know you were with Chris.
That's what I'm saying. Look, I get that you've got problems, but what could I possibly be scheming with him to do? Which, by the way, you willingly dismantled the bomb in his chest, which we'll have a conversation about that another time, but not now because we're dealing with this, as uncomfortable as it is. So you did that. You did a good thing. You helped him. If he's the enemy, you probably should have just let him walk and blow to pieces.
If I may.
Yes, POB.
I didn't really do it to save him. I just wanted it.
I don't
Great.
think we don't really think you're scheming anything with Garrus. It's just kind of
Harley seems to think that I
the
am.
way that you were sitting at that table and smiling and laughing. You've never treated us like that. Or
yeah,
been
and
pleasant, even.
there is a very real reason for that. I mean, have you talked to the guy? He's a fucking blast. Clever as shit.
Kind of hard when he's blasting me to the Feywild.
I get what you're saying, and you've made me feel this way many times. That we just suck and we're boring, especially me.
I'm sorry, you are putting words in my mouth.
We're lame.
You are continuing.
We're not up to your standards.
I've got plenty of words in my mouth that I could say about you, and those aren't them. So whatever your own personal insecurities are, don't project them like I have said them to your face, because that's just not fair. You can't make me your scapegoat for your own personal insecurities.
But you can't be mad at the way we're treating you right now, considering the way you've treated us, is all I'm saying.
And I get that. You guys are mad that I have like this positive relationship with Garrus, but like he doesn't care that I'm like this. So our interactions are very normal and generally positive, regardless of what I say or do. So you'll imagine that that's kind of enticing to be around when this is the alternative.
Did Garrus take the lens?
Yeah.
What did he do with it?
I don't know.
He sold it to Gruzak and sent it to the Feywild.
To Gruzak. Who's Gruzak again?
Mechanical goblin guy.
Oh, that
Real
guy.
asshole.
The guy that you were hamming it up with at the auction, right?
I didn't know he sold it to Gruzak.
Okay.
And I was hamming it up with him at the auction because I was undercover.
Okay, that's
we
fair.
all played a part in that one.
That's fair. Agreed. You win that. You win that battle. That.
Thank you.
But-
I really don't enjoy feeling like I'm on trial here. I understand that you guys have issues with the way I interact with you, and that's fair. I understand that I'm kind of a grating person to be around. But like, I'm telling you that last night, I did the right thing, and I stand by that. The only reason you're not dead in a fucking alley is because of me. And I'm not even trying to take credit for it. I just don't know what else to do. You get so mad at me for making bad choices, which bad is pretty subjective. From your perspective, I make bad choices, and that's
And from your
Fine,
perspective,
that is
we
your-
make bad choices too, right?
I didn't say that.
But is that true or not?
No,
Okay.
I think you make different choices from me. I don't think you make bad choices. I think bad is incredibly subjective,
Okay.
depending on who you ask.
Sure.
I make bad choices. What? I do.
I just don't know how to convince you that, and I understand that you're not quick to believe me, and that's all right. But the only reason I spend time with Garrus is because I like the guy. I'm not scheming anything. I have nothing to gain except like someone to talk to. That's about it.
Blink has some tears like welling up in his eyes now.
I'm just a person.
I was going to come down and apologize to you this morning, Keela. And I really thought things were going to be different. But you even helped Garrus escape when we were trying to stop him. And now you're going to bed with him. You might have shot Chris.
I don't think she did.
Yeah, that was
I don't think she did.
a little far fetched.
If you guys want my perspective on what happened last night,
You were there. So
you can ask me in private.
Yeah.
why? What perspective do you have that you don't feel the need to communicate to me? I would like to know your perspective because it seems that we're missing something here.
Because I was trying to get us away from that situation where we were chained up. Did she tell you guys we were chained up? Yeah, we were
You
chained
mentioned
up.
it.
We were chained up. I came to try to help and it didn't work. So I resorted to some drastic measures. I will admit,
What were the measures?
putting on the mask and becoming a different person.
Oh,
But I
Like
did what I
POVs?
could to get us out of there. And instead of trusting me, Keela wanted to go a different way. And instead of being there in that moment, she left me. That's my perspective. Because I was trying to get us out of that situation. And instead of allowing me to take the lead on that situation, you wanted to go back into the office and you wanted to I don't know, do whatever you were going to do. What did you go back in the office to do?
I went back into the office to leave a different way. Chris,
Leave a different way?
understand that I
went out the skylight. The only
Yeah,
other way out
well,
was the door, which
door
I
is
blocked.
blocked. Yeah. So just for a wee bit of context, I understand that your intentions were good, but from my perspective, I watched you grow to like 4 times your size suddenly, throw a couch across the room at a man, pin him against the wall, and then move a 500-pound statue and then grab me against my will and pull me up to a roof. What part of that communicates I'm trying to help you? I'm trying to get you out. You didn't say a damn word. You grabbed me.
Should I have left you?
I didn't know what changed, but you got very big and very scary very quickly. And yeah, I had some self-preservation instincts when it came to that situation. So no, I was not just going to let you drag me wherever you wanted when I didn't even know what was going on with you, but other than watch you erupt into extreme violence. And I don't think anybody can blame me for that. But you know what I did? I still came down and I came around and I came looking for you. I still came and found you. I'm just not bullheaded enough to run after you. I'm smarter than you're giving me credit for.
Chris, is she telling the truth?
I don't think he knows.
I don't think I know either.
what if,
I think you can put on that mask and you know
I'm not.
see what happens to you then.
No,
and
I'm not
see what
going
kind of
to.
decisions you make and
I'm
And,
not saying. I've said it 4 times already, and I'll say it again because I guess you're just not listening to me. I do not blame you. I even told her that it wasn't your fault. You didn't know.
what if, just hear me out. We're all just goblins for a second.
I'll try anything at this point.
Goblins don't really think about what happened like yesterday or 10 hours ago or 5 hours ago or 1 hour ago. Just gotta right this second. We gotta take things for face value. So if Keela says what Keela says, and is true, I'm going to accept that. And I'm not thinking about the things that happened yesterday or the things that happened the day before that or before that or before that. And I kind of forget how many days we've been doing this. So what if just this one time, just believe Keela and we accept it and we say, okay, and we move on. Vane, yesterday you asked me, how do you, well, I kind of forgot what you said yesterday, but it was something along that lines of, how do you just change moods or whatever that is, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I didn't. I still remember. I'm not a very good goblin in that regards. But I do a good job pretending, and it's easier to just be a goblin. So, be a goblin and just say, okay, a lot easier.
I appreciate that. It's the truth.
I believe that's the truth.
I do too.
But if we're going to keep doing this, like this, what we're doing now, there's no point to keep doing what we're doing. Does that make sense? One day we have to just trust each other.
I agree. And as much as I wish Keela would have trusted me last night, I can't control, and I couldn't control what happened in that moment. And you guys don't understand because when you put that thing on, like, something changes.
But that wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. And Keela didn't do anything wrong. No one did anything wrong. You just did things. But hey, we're all right here right now. So I think it was the right decision, right? So it's a good day.
Awfully quiet, Charlie.
Not much to say right now.
Look, I know that you don't like me, and I know that you don't trust me. You're not my favorite either. But if you believe one thing that I tell you, I just would really like for you to believe that I saved his life intentionally. I know I make choices that are different than you, but that doesn't necessarily mean that every choice I make that you don't like is an evil one.
I guess I would hope for the same exact sentiment.
And I hold that for everybody. I said it already. I don't think you guys make bad choices. You just make choices that are different than me, and I get that.
Keela, whatever you did with Chris, I don't think you would ever actually try to hurt him.
I agree.
I think from how we walked up, it did seem like you were trying to save his life, but you don't know where Garrus sent me. I almost didn't come back.
That's what you're upset about. Yeah, that I get your feelings on that. I really do. There are very few people that I've encountered in the last few weeks of my life that just sort of genuinely enjoy having me around, and he's one of them. So regardless of your feelings about that, I don't think it's fair for you to tell me who I can and can't spend my time with if I'm not doing anything nefarious with it.
I never said anything about what you can and can't do.
Just felt like maybe we were going to get there, so I decided to get ahead of it.
We're talking about choices, and you just can't be mad at us if we don't like some of the choices you make.
For a third time. I'm not mad at any of you. I don't. Do I need to like write my answers down on a piece of paper and just start holding them up? Or you can tuck it in your pocket and refer back to it every time you want to levy the accusation again. I feel like I'm talking in circles.
We all make our own choices, but since we were drawn together, we have to make some together. And also be open about all the choices we're making separately. We shouldn't worry about our individual decisions and how we'll feel about them. We've got to know shit. We'll stop keeping everything private. I don't even know what the fuck is going on half the time because you guys don't talk about it.
I will say, I don't think I owe anybody any details about how I choose to spend my intimate life.
I don't want the details on that. No, that's not what I'm asking for. But like, it would have been nice to know that you.
Bye, guys. I'm gonna go sleep with Garrus.
All right.
You want that next time? I'll tell you next time. I got no problems doing that.
That sounds fun.
Sleepover.
I look at everyone else. I'm like, that is not what I'm talking. Like, You guys know, right?
Yeah, she could let us know when she sleeps with Gruzak next.
All right, I can see that this is no longer a productive conversation. Maybe it never was, but I tried. I really, really gave it my best level-headed shot at it.
Well, we're on your side. I point to me and B.O.B.
There doesn't need to be sides. I'm not trying to make this a thing.
B.O.B. kind of tuned out after a certain point. He starts to look at his acorn and think about what he needs to do next. And then as or Charlie says, sleep with Gruzak, he's like,
Oh shit! Gruzak! Guess we gotta go do that.
and then in his very goblin demeanor of, this is now the thing I'm doing.
I'm gonna go do that now.
Do what?
Go to Gruzak. That's what we need to do.
All right.
But you're going to need a wee bit more of a plan to do that.
Well, let's think of a plan.
Okay,
Okay.
see you guys there.
No, wait. No, we
Oh,
do the
B.O.B.
plan part together. B.O.B.
B.O.B. is very tired of talking. This is way more talking than goblins are used to doing. And that's frustrating for him. So he is going to start walking in the direction, because he has the address as well of where Gruzak lives.
Gotcha.
So he's going to figure out maps,
Okay.
figure out addresses, and he's going to go to Gruzak.
On his way out, I guess, B.O.B. Gruzak can't see you, right? That's a bad thing. You don't want Gruzak to see you, right?
I don't think it matters anymore.
Oh.
Be John Ham, it'll get you further.
Thanks.
And he's going to take the circlet out and kind of look at it as he walks, still in B.O.B. form, with Doug kind of catching up to him, and
Okay.
he's going to walk towards Gruzak.
And they go out the front door of the Glass Stallion while the other four sit around this table still.
Honestly, Vane looks at everyone else and then looks at B.O.B. and follows B.O.B.'s direction.
Okay, great.
Oh, hey, Vane.
Hey,
I'm going to go make sure they don't get themselves killed.
Two sit at the table.
Her saying that, Blink gets like a weird like little look on his face. You coming, Chris?
Sure.
I'm blinking.
Chris is very flat right now. Chris feels very flattened.
So let me pose this as an idea. You are heading towards Gruzak. We know that's a choice. We don't know if it's good. We don't know if it's bad. We don't know because we don't know. We haven't really looked into it. Use that information as you will. If you guys march up to Gruzak's house and we do that right away, great. Love it. If you guys decide, let's investigate the situation and maybe get some answers to a few different things, you can traipse around Quell all you want and get whatever answers you want, or attempt to get whatever answers you want. Be careful of anyone that might have a vendetta against you.
Sure.
But this would be a very open world time. If you are curious of, well, I've been wanting to do this, or I've been thinking about this. Is there a store that sells yada, yada, yada? This could be a time to explore that because there is no pressure behind you immediately. That's all I have to say.
How many points of inspiration do we have to give?
We're starting with one. Each
Okay.
of you has the power to be inspired by someone else's choice and give it to someone else. If you're already thinking of one, you're doing it wrong.
No.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm not going to be scared of it. Let's say you each can give up to 3. However, I am the judge at the end of the day.
Cool.
That if you say that, I think that deserves a point of inspiration,
Yeah.
I'll either say explain
I love
yourself
that.
or I'll say yes.
I love that.
I guess it's my job to set the stage here. Where we picked up, B.O.B. just got reminded by a petty comment made by Charlie, pointed at Keela, that he had something to do. And maybe in a real moment of panic or in just an attempt to end the ongoing conflict between friends, B.O.B. started marching off into the streets of Quell, out through the shades. And who decided to follow? Vane, Keela?
Charlie?
Pretty much everyone.
Did we actually say that?
I think you're still sitting at the table, but you said you
No,
were
yeah.
coming.
I'll go with. Yeah.
Okay. So it's 5 of us marching through the street. It is a busy day, a lot of hustle and bustle as carts are constantly passing, going both directions to and from, and you don't really have any idea where you're going. You know Gruzak's house. You have an address on a piece of paper. However, that doesn't mean a whole lot to you.
Yep.
What are we doing?
As B.O.B.'s kind of like looking at the map, looking up, trying to find shapes that look similar.
Do you have a map or do you just
You
have
do
an
not
address?
have a map.
Oh, I do not have a map.
You have an address.
I thought I had a map.
No.
Oh, no, I have a map of the greater world that I would have taken.
Because he took it from
The
Crash.
the jail cell.
I don't think that's details of Koala.
Exactly. So
unfortunately.
no map in that regard. So just an address, and B.O.B.'s just kind of walking down the street, looking. I imagine that there might be like street signs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's very close to a modern city.
So as he sees the street sign, reads the street sign, looks at the address, says, "Nope, not that one," and just does that.
Oh, he's going street by street.
Yeah.
I think after like a couple minutes of this, I think he probably gets like 3 or 4 street signs down, and Keela puts a hand on his shoulder, and she's like, "Hey, B.O.B.
Hey, Keela.
I really appreciate your get up and go here. I do think that walking just right into this, aside from not quite knowing where we're going, I see your method. I do. I don't have an alternative one, but I don't know if walking up into this just blindly is the wisest choice for us to be making right now. Powerful people, in my experience, or people with money, don't really just tell you to show up in their homes. I think that we need to take a minute and consider our options here before we just go barreling in.
I hear what you're saying.
And I love a good barrel. I do,
I
but
see what you're saying. But we got an invite. That means something, right?
it means this guy wants you in his house.
Yeah.
That's not always a good thing, B.O.B.
Oh.
And that's not to say this one might not be a good thing, but first of all, I don't really know why we're going to Gruzak's house.
Because he
I don't-
invited us.
That's it. That's the whole reason we're going to Gruzak's house is because he invited you and you're just looking to make friends.
And
No.
at this point, Chris is caught up and he says, he hears that last bit and he says, and the lens is there. And we need the lens.
Yeah, we think that Gruzak, who invited us, also stole the lens. And we need the lens, even though I don't want the lens. But I don't think he should have the lens either, because it feels like that's probably a bad thing.
At the very least, we have to case the joint or something.
And that's just what I'm looking to do. I just don't think I worry about walking right up to the front door, right out of the gate. I mean, if you want to, by all means, I just don't think that's
somebody
safe.
Told me that I have to not be seen by Gruzak, or I can't. I shouldn't be involved with Gruzak. But that somebody I found out was not a good person. So maybe that person set me in a direction that I shouldn't be going. So now I don't know what direction I should be going. So if Gruzak is the end of all of this, for me to learn something, I'm going to go to Gruzak.
Maybe if we just ask him, he'll give it back to us.
Yeah, maybe that will happen.
I mean, this
I rather
in,
like that idea, actually.
I think
doesn't seem
Kila's
likely.
blood pressure just, I think, really went up. You guys really don't have a lot of experience dealing with really bad people, do you?
I talked to him firsthand. I don't think he would give it back by any circumstance.
Thank you. Somebody who has been around the block with shitters once or twice.
I didn't.
Wow.
Also not intended to be a joke.
Wow. That's a sensitive subject for me. I can't even do that.
Kila, you know he's sensitive about that.
I actually didn't know that, but I've got further questions for you.
Please don't.
Another time.
Oh, okay.
She found a way to do it.
I'm not saying we don't go to Gruzak's. I'm just saying we need to be a wee bit conscientious
You're
about.
just saying you want to walk in front. Is that what you're saying?
Fuck no, I don't want to walk in front to Gruzak's
So
house.
let B.O.B. lead it. B.O.B. onward.
Well, Gruzak, he probably did it for a price, right? So what if we just beat the price?
Mate, I've met a lot of rich people in my life, and I don't think that's a man who's short on any kind of money. And some of us might be hanging on to some of Vance's money, but I don't know if we can match that. I'm not saying we don't go. I'm not saying we don't try. I'm just saying we need to be a wee bit more careful than we're actively choosing to be right now. That's all.
I'm with Chris. Why don't we just check it out?
Right. I'm here for that. I am here for that.
So why did you stop us?
I'm stopping Biobi from walking in the front fucking door.
I don't know what casing a place means, so I was gonna walk through the front door.
It means you go to a place and you take a look around. You sort of casually meander. You look at where there might be cameras. You look at where there might be guards. You look at, your options for escape, whether it's a window, a roof, a second story. You see if your second story has balconies, things like that.
Oh,
Make sure that if you end up in a pinch inside, you know 6 ways to get out.
that sounds smart.
It is.
Okay.
I think that maybe we find the place, which love what you're doing, but
we're
I
not
think
gonna
they're
go
faster.
We're
Not
just gonna
right.
look at it.
Not right away. We're not going in.
But if he looks at us,
We're going to try and be as inconspicuous as possible so that he doesn't look at us. Because I'll tell you what, he knows my face. He knows Vane's face for certain. Chris, I don't really know.
he knows Chris's face because Chris was my butler, my handler.
I pull out the nose and mustache eyeglass disguise and I put it on. Problem solved.
He doesn't know Billy's face. Wait. Dang it.
So let's just figure out where it is. He's a rich guy. I'm sure that we could talk to anybody and they'd be able to point us in the right direction. That would save us a wee bit of time. And then we just take a look around. No sudden movements, no full commitments to anything. We just look. That sound all right with everyone? This may be in a team player here.
I actually think that's a good idea.
Kilo sort of staggers back. Very performatively. It's the drama of it. I'm sorry, Charlie. Could you just say that a wee bit louder? I don't think everyone quite heard you.
Charlie's gonna put his hand out, stretched out like a team huddle type of thing.
Ooh.
And he's like,
It's a good idea.
Biobi's hand just
Yes.
goes out and he
Okay.
does but not in the huddle, just hand out.
It's a
it's
good
not
idea.
on top of his hand.
No, it's just a hand out.
We're going to be drawing quite a wee bit of attention to ourselves in the street if we keep carrying on like this.
Are we
So I
casting a
think
spell?
that we should...
I will participate.
No
Yeah,
spells.
you gotta say it's a
no
good
spells. We're not...
It is a good idea.
Did it work?
All of my players have their hands out in front of each other. Well, these three, they are not overlapping, and they're all looking at Keela expecting me.
I look to the nearest random guy on the street next to me, and I go and I engage in a conversation.
There's a guy reading a newspaper. He's an older man, and with white
Hey,
hair.
old man voice.
And he goes,
I know that's immediate.
"Nope, sorry guys, not the kooky old man."
Aww.
And he goes,
Fucking cock block.
you walk up to him, and he lowers his newspaper, and he looks at you, and he goes, "Hello."
Sorry for the interruption, me darling. We seem to be a wee bit lost. Are you familiar with the city?
Yeah.
If I were to hand you an address, do you think you could maybe point me in the right direction?
Probably.
I gestured to Biobi to give me the piece of paper with the address on it.
Biobi just stands up and jumps and hands it to you.
I hand it to this guy. We're supposed to be at a dinner party here, and I've got no idea where we're supposed to be going.
He looks at the piece of paper. He hands it back to you. He says, "Yeah, I know where that is."
Do you mind pointing me in the right direction?
He looks around kind of incredulously and then back at you and goes, "You know where you are, right? Shades." And he gives you the universal sign for "you owe me some money" and puts his hand out.
Easy. I give him 10 gold.
He takes it and he smiles hugely as you drop 10 gold into his hand. He tucks it into his back pocket and he says, "It's hard to miss. It's basically the entire top left of the city. Just go up, go left from here, up, left. Every chance you get, up or left. You'll eventually end up there."
Perfect. Appreciate you, me darling.
Can we jump to you three trying to convince Chris to put his hand?
Chris, come on for the team.
Chris is like thinking about it, but not yet. Not yet. Chris is thinking about it.
All right, I turn around. I come back. All right, crew, up and to the left. That's what that gentleman has told me is our direction. He says it's primarily the entire upper left-hand side of the city. Really, really hard to miss. So up and to the left, any chance we get. And I start walking.
Okay. You are met with no resistance. It's just like you were walking through the streets of New York. There's not city guards that are stopping people from crossing streets or even the bridges that you had to cross before. Yes, they have guards stationed there, but they're not checking guests as they go across. There's no security like there was during the heist or the auction. It was only a heist for you guys.
B.O.B., are you Ham or B.O.B.?
Right now, B.O.B. is B.O.B.
Okay.
He does have the circlet with him. You did tell him that it will be easier, and he did take note of that. And
Cool.
yeah.
Anyone, you don't really need a perception score to understand as you leave this part of town where you can trade money for information with almost anyone. You notice that you're going from an environment where everyone sort of at least seems to mind their own business, looking down in a way as you walk by. They don't stare at you. However, a few bridges later, you notice that crowds are starting to take a notice of what is clearly a group of adventurers, for lack of better word. You have a Harengon, you have a pirate, a vampire, a goblin with a robot, and an air genasi. And that's not weird to see here or there in Quell, but when they're all walking around together, it is notable. And it seems as you go up and left, you are running into more working class people, more aristocratic class people. And the more bridges you cross, you see less homeless people on the street. You see even less people walking around. Everyone seems to be just going somewhere or sitting inside a building already, whether it's a restaurant or maybe office isn't the right word, but there are a lot of raised structures on this side of town that aren't raised out of necessity, but instead just to make them look more impressive. But yeah, I won't spend too much time lavishing on this side of town. All you need to know is upscale, rich. You've been here before. It's a lot more like being around the opera house than it was on the other side of town. This isn't like the Agoru territory where everything is warehouses. It's familiar, swanky uptown.
If we're like standing on one side of a street waiting to cross and people are standing next to us, are they like gawking a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they're not even hiding that they're talking about you. They stare at you for a while and then turn towards each other and whisper for a bit.
I go up to a couple of them and I say, "Hey, did you need something?"
What?
Did you need something from us?
Don't speak common.
Don't speak common. What do you speak?
Sorry. And he goes back to ignoring you.
All right. I
And
walk back
you
over
hear
to
him in a hushed tone talking.
I walk back over to the group.
As you come back, B.O.B.'s just in awe, like,
Guys, have you seen this place?
This is awesome.
Everything's so tall and shiny
Yeah.
and clean.
Yeah, it is quite a place. A lot of very wealthy people walking around. So I think it's in our best interest to not go ruffling any feathers. People who have lots of money tend to be
Having lots of feathers.
I was just offering any kind of help. It looked like they needed help with something. I don't know what they were doing.
It might be best to keep our heads low here.
I don't know if I can get my head any lower.
your head is pretty low to begin with, B.O.B. I think you'll be all right.
Oh, okay.
You just stand in the middle of everybody.
Okay.
You're kind of below people's general eye line. That's where they put the cheap stuff on the shelves because
Get
it
in
just
my bag, Bilby. Get in my bag.
Wait, I have an idea.
I don't know if I'll fit in there.
And Blink, he's gonna like close his eyes and like close them like really, really tight, and he's gonna just kind of like put his hand out, and I'm gonna do pass without trace.
ooh.
I have to use a focus point, but
Okay. I like that.
plus 10 to stealth for everyone, and can't be tracked except by magical.
Perfect.
Chris, You hear those two that you confronted. One of them, the one you talked to, whispers, "I think you just cast magic." In common, this guy you now pick up speaks to him. But he grabs the woman he's walking with and starts to hurry down the street away from you guys as Blink does this casting of sorts.
Reactions from other people around the street, on the other side of the street? Anybody other than those two?
As they sprint away from you pretty quickly, swiftly. It's not sprinting, but they get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
You turn your attention back to the rest of the passersby, and suddenly, after whatever Blink did, people seem to not stare quite as long. You can't explain it. There's not a good, like, oh, I must look like someone else, but it's just you're not the most interesting thing on the street anymore for some reason.
Okay.
Cool.
Nice.
Is there anything that looks like Bruzak's property house coming into view at any point?
If we are really approaching all the way there, the point where it becomes obvious is you cross one last bridge, you find one last set of large towering homes, not quite apartment buildings, just tall, vertical, single family dwellings. And as you see the road goes in an archway between two of these buildings, that archway opens up to a compound that, to say is massive, is an understatement. You immediately see a gargantuan marble and gold stone gate that surrounds a compound, maybe a mile right, a mile left. And in the middle, you see a massive gate that opens in two doors, and there is a line outside of it of about 4 or 5 wagons sitting there idly.
That is a man that I think would be very smart for us to be afraid of.
You see past these marble and gold gates at some points. You could easily, if you can make the 60-foot climb up the sheer marble, you could probably get through these golden slats. It's enough space to fit a human. Even a Doug could easily climb through. However, you're 60 feet up, so that's up to you. On the other side of this massive gate, you see the top of a tower scraping the clouds in the sky. And there's a tiny flag on top that is orange and green and has a almost Bowser-esque looking face of a creature with sharp teeth smiling on it.
Or be friends with.
This guy does not have friends, I'll tell you that much.
I'm just saying.
Can somebody please give me a really good reason as to why, I mean, other than the fact that quick in and out of this complex, and she's sort of like, her gaze sort of goes long and gears start turning in her head. I'm thinking a living room might get me a galleon.
We're here because Garrus sold the lens to Gruzak.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, we found, we got Garrus, and he had something shiny blinking on in his chest.
Mm-hmm.
And then
The
I took
bomb thing.
that out of his chest.
Oh, the bomb thing. B.O.B., I'm looking around. Is there a body of water somewhere? Is there, like, where are we adjacent to the river that runs through Quell?
There's a river right behind you. You just crossed this bridge.
B.O.B., me darling.
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to hand me that. I know it's going to be hard for you. I know you love a shiny thing, but I am willing to trade you one shiny thing for another shiny thing if you just hand over that wee bit of technology you pulled out of Garrus's chest for me, please.
Why? What does it do?
It's a bomb.
Okay.
And it's incredibly dangerous, and we need to get rid of it. Now, like yesterday, we need to get rid of it.
Well, it hasn't exploded yet.
You have a bomb, B.O.B.?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, we could use that.
That's
right?
how we can get in the wall.
Exactly.
I was going to say, we have something that could explode.
Yeah.
How
Oh,
big of a bomb is it? Can we?
It's not very big.
It's enough to tear a person apart.
And
Which
if
would
it's,
be enough to get through this wall.
I think we should keep it. Save it for later.
Hilo looks left and looks right down the mile-long complex stretching in either direction. You think this is a place we can just blow the wall up on and
We'll
get
find
in
a
no
blind
consequences?
spot.
Right now,
We'll find
later.
the blind
We have a
spot.
plan.
We're looking. I'm just putting pieces together. We don't have the full puzzle yet. This is a piece that can be pretty freaking useful, no? I trust B.O.B. with that bomb.
I don't.
Do I know where that bomb came from? I know I wasn't there in the interrogation room, but I know that I talked to Garrus about it briefly. Do I know that it is a Gruzak implanted bomb?
I think he warned you
To get rid of it.
and that's all you know.
Okay, so I don't know that he put it there. They know that he put it there. I don't know that he put it there. Cool. Yeah, B.O.B., I have it on really good authority that we need to get rid of this thing.
I agree. Because, yeah, if Gruzak put it in Garrus' chest, then it's probably a bad idea to have it. Because that just means that he can just blow us up at any point.
Oh, see and sure. All right.
Well, maybe Gruzak, if we give it back to him, he'll want to be our friend.
I don't know if that's how that works.
Hey, I think if you...
I'm falling behind here. I'm a rabbit. Like, I don't what.
I'm sort of with you on that one. I do know that if you give... I'm putting pieces together here, right? If
That's what
you're saying this is Gruzak's bomb, yeah?
Yeah.
Which means that Gruzak is probably the one who put that shit in Garrus' chest.
Yes.
And so do you think for a second at all that giving Gruzak back the bomb that he put in somebody's chest might key him into the fact that you have removed the bomb that he put in somebody's chest?
Definitely.
And maybe the person who had the bomb taken out of their chest, that might not be the safest thing for them.
Exactly.
So we should...
use this bomb, but we got to get rid of it quickly.
We cannot use this bomb.
We can't use the bomb.
We cannot use the bomb, so I'll be taking it now, please.
I'll dispose of it.
Right now. Throw it in the river behind me.
What if we don't throw it at the river?
Throw it in the river behind me.
What if we throw it somewhere else?
We're not throwing it at Gruzak's house.
I'm not saying to throw it at Gruzak's
Where do you want to throw it, B.O.B.? Go on. I'm listening. I really am. I'm open. The floor is open to ideas here.
If Gruzak thinks that we have the bomb, he'll try to blow us up.
If Gruzak thinks we have the bomb, he's going to kill us, and then he's going to kill Garrus.
Sure, yeah.
Oh. Oh. And I start like high-fiving B.O.B.
If Gruzak thinks we have the bomb, he presses the button to blow up the bomb. But if we don't have the bomb on us, and it's somewhere else,
Like the bottom of the river.
then it blows up the river. But say we are able to put it onto someone like a Gruzak, he blows up Gruzak.
Can you make a replica of it?
I don't need a replica of it. I have it.
No, but if we plant the bomb on Gruzak and you show him that you have a replica.
Oh, yeah, I can do that then. That's good if there's evidence that we have a bomb on
I
us.
don't want to be in a space where this thing may or may not go off.
You don't have to. You can do something else. Well, I go there with a
And
bomb.
blow up.
And
No,
we blow
we're
up.
not.
I want to come with.
You guys make it really hard to try and keep you alive. It's like you
I
want
know.
to die. You just walk towards it, guns blazing. This is insane.
Our guns
This is
are...
I have a
really
suggestion.
efficient option.
Please, Vane, floor is open.
I can put the bomb somewhere, as I have a new spell, which is invisibility.
We can make it invisible.
No. I make myself invisible.
Oh,
Run in there, place the bomb somewhere. Then it's ready for whenever,
that makes more sense than making a bomb invisible.
Then we get Gruzak's attention, sets off the bomb.
I like it.
You
I
sort
like
of
it.
starts like taking a couple steps up and down the sidewalk, not getting any closer to the compound, but just kind of scoping. Does it look like there are, because I know the status of like wall, gate, stuff like that. What are like the security camera things? Does it look like there's sensors? Is there arcane runes like scribbled into the wall anywhere? Are there armed guards?
You don't see anything. This looks like a mundane gate that can be climbed.
I think tackling this in broad daylight is a bad idea. I don't see anything outright, but there's no way a guy like this just doesn't have security, especially in a place where a lot of you freaks do magic. There's no way that this guy isn't protected against magic.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
I like the invisibility thing. I feel that we'll use that.
But we have a way to turn magic off.
I don't know. It's just fishy.
I agree with that. I think if we make this make sense, I just go by myself.
Whoa.
Hold on. He doesn't know what I know. He doesn't think I know anything, which I don't, but I do know some things. And then we can talk. And no, maybe I don't want to be best friends with him, but I do think there was something that was said earlier that stuck with me. He's doesn't have any friends. Bad people don't have friends. And bad people also don't just invite you into their house unless they want something.
That is correct.
So if we go there and we give him something that he wants, and then we can get what we want, which is the lens. But if he doesn't know it's coming, how could he know it's coming? We just need Bane can be invisible. Can at least distract him. That's what you guys can be doing if you don't want to be in the room with the bomb.
All right, I see the merits in what you're saying. And the whole time Biobi's talking, she's just scanning, just like really trying to like
You can be getting the
ins
lens.
and outs, balconies, things like that.
There's 3 of you focused on just the lens. If I'm distracting him enough.
Wait, but he took the lens to the Feywild.
Oh yeah.
Also doesn't even have the damn thing.
You guys actually do know that the Feywild was just a place to buy the lens, to pick it up.
So he probably would then. Oh, okay.
So you guys know it could just as easily be back here.
So at least we could get the lens and at least see if he has it there. And if he doesn't, we'll have a plan B.
And the plan B is get the fuck out as fast as you can.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I can do that. But we can't really wait on this because, again, we do have a bomb that's active and could blow up.
That we should really throw in the river.
But that's the key to this whole thing working.
Is it?
I can't get out if I don't have a bomb.
I guarantee you absolutely can if you just use your wee little brain. You do not need that thing. That thing will actually probably put you in the ground right in the bottom of Gruzak's complex, and that's where you will stay.
Not if I'm in duck.
Oh.
You always got to have a duck.
You really do.
All right, it seems that there is no talking you out of this. So at this point, my job is just to make sure that you can get through it.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm going to do a lap around the complex and see what's going on around the back. Welcome to join me, especially people who plan to not go in via dinner party invitation. It's best that you familiarize yourself with what's going on.
And while you do that, I'm going to go walk up to the front door.
No, you're not, B.O.B. You're going to wait. Wait. Actually, you know what, B.O.B., you're going to come walk with me. Come on.
All right.
It will take a minimum 1 hour to
That's fine.
go around the outside of this entire thing. Minimum. You, at a lap, get the bearings of this place. I drew a very rough map where through the main gates, there is a fountain and a garden. And just past that is a large home, a mansion for sure, but a home at the end of this garden. And then way past that on the far side, taking up the majority of the landscape here inside the walls, there's this massive tower that blends technology with old stone infrastructure that stands as the tallest building in Quell. And past that tower on the left side is a set of 3 massive hangars. They look like large workshops with double doors. I call them hangars because that's what they visually look like, but they are more so large workshops, which is evident when you go around the outside and you are on what would be the other side of the wall from these hangars. You clearly hear the sound of whirring tools and like welding torches zapping on technology.
That looks like a lot of the stuff that's like sitting back on the island. That's weird.
What do you think's in a big room like that?
I imagine if it's anything like the ones back home, probably a lot of building materials, mechanical shit, stuff that runs on power.
Biobi's going to kind of stop and kind of look at the big building.
Hey, Keela.
Yeah, Biobi.
Thanks for just going along with this.
I'm not just going along. You're welcome.
How do you know if an idea is a good idea or a bad idea?
I find that and this may be a sentiment not everyone agrees with, but in my line of work, I've gotten pretty good at determining what ideas are going to get you killed and what ideas are going to get you home to your family. And after doing that for quite some time, you just sort of get good at figuring out which ideas are going to get you home to your family. And then you just sort of fill in the blanks from there. I don't know, not quite a plan person. I sort of just get as it goes and figure it out from there.
I like that idea.
Yeah, it's It lands you in some sticky places sometimes, but as long as you can pivot, you're not stuck to one idea the whole time. As long as you can pivot in the moment and keep making choices, you are more inclined to get home than you are if you just stick to the rigid plan you had going in.
But what happens if you don't have a family to go home to?
Then you go home for yourself. Whatever gets you out alive for yourself, do that.
Okay.
If it isn't about other people, self-preservation's a hell of a thing, mate.
I don't know if goblins really have that.
I think you'll find you have more of it than you think you do.
Okay. Oh, thanks, Keela.
Yep. And she goes,
I really want to see what's in that big room.
I know you do. I know you do.
We go right now.
No.
Okay.
Plan going in, pivot when you get there.
Okay.
And the end of your lap brings you about to start or end where you started, but you do now pass by the gates. What you get is a large booming voice that you can only hear when you are directly in line with the gate. If you are off to the side in either way, it almost like a switch turns off. But it's just a happy voice that says, "Sorry, no admittance today. Why don't you try again when Gruzak's home?"
Is it better or worse?
It's definitely better that this guy's not here. Well, hang on. I could see it going two ways. I think regardless of whether he's here or not, it's going to be dangerous. There is the added caveat of if he's not here, we don't have to contend with him directly. But if he's not here, there's a very real world where security has been increased in order to compensate for the fact that he's not here. But he's also a guy that doesn't go anywhere without personal security. So at the very least, we know that his personal security is not here. So either way, I don't think it changes how dangerous this is. It just depends on whether or not we're sneaking in the building or a couple people are going in the front door.
Well, if the lens is here, kind of gives us a better chance to get it back now when he's not here.
These walls go all the way around, right? Same marble walls all the way around,
Correct.
even around the back of the warehouses.
Correct.
It's going to be a hard place to get into.
You could just fly over.
Oh, we've got the carpet. I thought you were doing weird magic shit again.
I actually think that's a good idea.